Get it. You want to get organized, you need to get organized, but you are exhausted. And at the end of the day, all you really want to do is binge watch your favorite show. But guess what? You can do both with this trick I'm going to tell you about today, couch potato organizing. And I'm even going to give you 10 ideas to get you started. Hi, I'm Susan. I'm the mother of 3, and I'm a professional organizer. And I've lived 25 different places all across the world. So I really do understand that life is chaotic, but that's why I believe your organizing should be simple. So today we're going to talk about couch potato organizing and the magic of this simple trick. But first I want to share with you a quote from one of the wisest and most interesting men in history. And what his magic today for us is for every minute spent organizing, an hour is earned. And that's what I want for you. I want to share with you simple tricks, tips, and practices that won't take you a whole lot of time, but will earn you extra time. And with that time that you earn, I want you to be able to use that for whatever is most important to you, to spend time with the people that are important to you and doing the things that make you you, that give you value and give you what you need in your life, in your time. So today we're going to be talking about couch potato organizing. Before I jump in, let me say that, well, I call it couch potato organizing, but you don't have to sit on the couch. It's just that that's one of my favorite ways to use this trick. So let's be honest, there's only so much time in every day, and there's so many different things that we have to fit into that time. And I feel like multitasking gets a bad rap. When you should not use multitasking is when you have something to do, a task or 2 tasks that require all of your focus. But when you can use multitasking is when you have multiple tasks that do not require all of your focus. So you're able to do those 2 things at the same time and do them both well, and it saves you time. It's important that you remember to match the appropriate tasks with each other when you're going to multitask. So let me give you an example. If you eat dinner together with your family and that's your time to connect, to really bond with each other, to talk, you don't want to, if you get done eating and you're still talking and interacting as a family, you don't want to get up, walk over to your Tupperware cabinet and start sorting through it and organizing, because your task of eating dinner together and having that family time, that does require 100% of your focus. That's important. You need to be focused there. But let's say that you help your children with homework when they get home from school, and they don't need you to sit next to them every single second. They just need you to be available when they have a question. So that is an example. You could walk over to your Tupperware cabinet, you could start sorting, organizing it, and then when a question arises, you leave that, you go focus 100% on your child and the homework task. And when you've answered that question and your child's able to go back to doing the rest of the tasks by themselves, you can go back to that Tupperware cabinet. So be sure that you match the appropriate tasks together. Let me help you get started today, this evening, with couch potato organizing. I'm going to give you 10 tasks that are perfect for actual couch potato organizing. Because what happens? We're tired at the end of the day. We want to spend time with family. We're going to binge watch our favorite show. And we're watching it. And what happens? We pick up our phone and we start mindlessly scrolling through our phone. That's fine. But we're able to do 2 things at once, binge watch our favorite show and mindlessly scroll. Why not, instead of scrolling, tackle a couple of these tasks? So some of the tasks that work really well are sorting the day's mail. What happens is most of us, we bring in the mail and it piles up and we don't deal with it. But while you're watching your show, grab that pile of mail that's usually this big. And when you sort through it, you end up with this much. Why not do it while you're watching your show? So grab your recycling bin. The outer envelope immediately goes into the recycling bin. Any sales flyers, those go in the recycling bin. You're left with whatever the important piece of information is. You may or may not need to keep that. And if you do, set it to the side. If you don't, it can be recycled or shredded if appropriate. But in just a few minutes, you're going to go from this much of the day's mail to this much. And then you can take what you need to deal with and place it to the side and deal with it later, or deal with it while you're binge watching. So in addition to sorting the mail, you could go ahead and pay bills. If you get your bills electronically or if you receive them in the mail, you can grab your phone, grab your tablet, grab your checkbook, and go ahead and write those checks or pay those bills and do it while you're binge watching. If an exciting moment comes up on the screen, obviously stop so that you don't make a mistake with paying your bills. But when things slow down, or if you're watching something with commercials, you could certainly pay bills during that time. We have way too many emails in our inbox. And if you don't, I want you to let me know what your secret is, because myself included, we all have way too many emails in our inbox. So instead of scrolling mindlessly, open up your email inbox and start deleting old emails. And if you start from the oldest and work forward, it sure makes those decisions a lot easier to do. So that was 3 tasks. The 4th one is fold clothes. And this is one of my favorites. Grab that laundry basket, sit on the couch. You can fold on the couch, or you can fold on the coffee table in front of you, but it's very easy to both fold clothes and watch your favorite show. Go and grab a drawer, physically get that drawer, get it from your bedroom, bring your sock drawer, bring your t-shirt drawer. Go to the kitchen, get the junk drawer, if you keep your Tupperware in the drawer, whatever that is, physically bring the drawer into your living room or your family room, and you can sort through it and organize it while you're sitting there watching your show. Another idea is to sort books. If you're in your family room or living room and you have a bookshelf there, then you could most easily go to the bookshelf and be able to watch while going through the books. If not, bring a stack of books, sit and sort through those, and either during a commercial or that magic of pausing your streaming, go get another pile of books, and you can sort through the books while you're watching. Another one of my favorite ideas is to sort through craft supplies, holiday decor, anything that you have stored in a bin. Grab that bin, bring it in, sort through it, get it organized, and then put it back at the end of your show. You can clean out your purse, your backpack, your kid's backpack, your work bag, anything that's a bag, bring it in, sit on your couch, watch your show, sort through it, get it organized, and you've done 2 tasks at once. Meal planning is good for couch potato organizing, and so is doing your grocery list or your online grocery ordering. You may want to put the items in your cart and then wait to the end of the show and go back through and make sure that you didn't put anything in by mistake or that you didn't miss anything. But you can certainly get the bulk of the order done while you're couch potato organizing. Your goal with couch potato organizing isn't crazy productivity, isn't crazy multitasking, doing too much at once. Your goal is to create more time later in the day for you to use that time for what you want to. So rather than mindlessly scrolling, and if you want to scroll, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it, but I'm just giving you an alternative. Think about doing a task that you'll have to do later anyways, and freeing up that time later for something that you really want to do, someone you want to spend time with, an activity, whatever it is that gives your life importance, makes your life worthwhile. You deserve to have the very best, and you deserve to have time and space in your home to use the way you want to. I want to help you be in charge of your time and space rather than having it be in charge of you. So when you use these couch potato organizing tips, I want you then, with that time that you've saved, use it well. You deserve to use that time well. You've earned it. I hope that you find these ideas helpful, and I'm interested in hearing your tips below. If you have couch potato organizing tasks that you use that work well for you, please share them with the rest of us. I encourage you to create a list of couch potato organizing tasks that you can use. And then when you find yourself sitting and binge watching TV or doing something else, sitting waiting for your children to get ready to go out and do what you're going to do, you could do a couple of those tasks while you're waiting rather than wasting that time. Make the most of your time so that you save time for what you really want to do. Next time, we're going to talk about changing out our seasonal clothing. Let's all work today to earn an hour for ourselves so that we can spend it on ourselves doing what's most important